Hi guys, we have Rakhi in the salon today. Say hello.
Hi.
So Rakhi, what brings you in the salon today?
I don't know, 2-3 hours from now, I am hosting my first ever charity concert for a spiritual sanctuary and ashram that I'm opening here in the UK.
Okay.
So we have 150 people coming to the JFS school in Kenton.
Yeah.
Coming to hear some
rollers in my hair today.
Yeah, I've got some big rollers in my hair. And they're coming to hear some amazing artists, but actually it's really all to fundraise for the ashram, which we're looking to build at some point next year.
And what's the concept behind this ashram that you're building?
Well, the reality is I think it's too many of us in life have actually not focused on ourselves. We're constantly focusing outside, trying to find peace, trying to find happiness, trying to find joy in things and stuff. And in chasing everything that we chase, and it's true, we chase it, right? We get the jobs, we get the better payrolls, we have the cars, we get the houses, and then we're like, okay, now what? And it's this culture of more. But in between all this more, we don't actually look after ourselves. We don't nurture ourselves. So the ashram is really just somewhere for people to come and reconnect and learn how to reconnect. I think that's the point. Like nowadays, we are all so focused on trying to help ourselves, but we're doing it in a way that's focusing out there. So we're seeing coaches and therapists and relying on medicine and drugs and potions and lotions. There's all these different methods that we employ to try and ground ourselves, help ourselves, feel better. But you don't need any of that. And we've forgotten that. I think we've completely lost touch with our innate inability to heal ourselves and look after ourselves and nurture ourselves. The answer's not out there. It's already within you.
Within yourself.
Exactly. You've got it. So the whole point of that ashram is just to teach people how to self-heal, how to find inner peace, to find sanctuary within yourself when you're stressed or anxious, feeling fearful. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Indians, thousands and thousands of years ago, many people sort of recognize India as the spiritual holy land. But the only reason it is considered that is because thousands of years ago, Indians started asking the question of all questions. Who am I? Where does all this come from? And in asking this question, they got a spiritual answer, and they documented that. And as a consequence, I think India became known as, the spiritual land, the land where our true essence was identified. And what they did is they penned that knowledge inside, like the Gitas, the Vedas, the Upanishads. Knowledge that we, especially in the UK, knowledge that we are not exposed to. Not unless you go to like a traditional Indian school, but it was all in there. The secrets to how to achieve inner peace, bliss, freedom was all within that. But we don't have access, and no one teaches us that stuff. And how many of us are even interested? Because we think it's some thick, woolly text that's for older people.
And what do you do?
Oh, so I work as a healer. I work it's a form of healing called pranic healing. Really similar. You do Reiki, right? Yeah, really similar to Reiki, where Reiki touches people in the healing process, or you can touch the client. In pranic healing, it's we don't.
And how does that work?
So the principle of it is that your body is just made up of energy, right? It's made up of billions of atoms, and atoms at their most elementary point are just, energy in the positive and the negative. If you just think we're all just, I like to say we're all just walking, talking batteries. So in life, as you're journeying through, there's times when you're feeling great and everything's going great. So let's just consider that's when you're high vibration, everything's positive, right? So your atoms are vibrating positive. And then you get dumped, or your job goes, or you're in financial difficulty, or you just can't stand your mother-in-law. Whatever it is that's causing your vibration to come down, that's when you're sort of vibrating at a lower frequency, so you're more negative. So the whole premise of healing is that you have little power points in your body, like little battery power stations, and they absorb the energy and they feed that to your physical body. So when you're not feeling good, and there's something happening with you that's making you feel sad, or you've got physical illness or an emotional problem, it's because energetically you've become congested or depleted in these little power stations. So pranic healing is just about trying to clean that energy out.
How long have you been doing it?
For a couple of years now. I was
Wait,
still working.
I remember you doing something else before, right?
Yeah.
What was your journey? Go on.
Yeah. Oh my god. I used to be a management consultant in investment banking. So complete
change.
Complete change. And
what brought this change on?
I hesitate because I'm like, do I say this without sounding cuckoo? What brought the change? Okay, the truth of it is that probably about several years ago, I kept hearing this voice, and it just kept saying, Blisshouse help people, Blisshouse help people. And I ignored it because I was very happy in my career and I had no idea where this voice was coming from. And I had absolutely zero skills in being able to help anyone with anything.
But
the voice got louder and louder, and it became a little unbearable until one day, a few years ago, I literally woke up one morning and it was almost like, enough. Like, what do I need to do to make this stop? And I walked into work, I emailed my boss and I said, here's a draft of my resignation. I might tender it.
really?
Yeah. And he said, if it's about the 10% pay cut, we can talk about that, you know. And I'm like, no. I couldn't tell them. I couldn't explain to them like what it was without sounding crazy. And then he's like, well, which bank? You know, where are you going? Which bank is it? You know, and I, as a consultant, you know, I've worked at different banks. And 2 days later, I resigned. And that was it. I didn't even serve a month's notice because I just couldn't do it. It just could not work. I had to get out. But then it was a journey of self-discovery, because it was like, okay, now divine, God, grace, energy, whatever it is that's coming to me, you have my full attention. What is it that you want me to do for you? But you can't serve others until you first serve yourself. That's correct. So I probably spent the next year really working on myself, because we've all got something that we're trying to get over or move past, have a great or small. And that was probably the most beautiful journey that I've been on. I met some amazing souls. I met my pranic healing master in that period, and some amazing entrepreneurs, spiritual coaches, masters, gurus. I traveled extensively. And then one day it came, I need to open Blisshouse Ashram. That's going to be my life purpose, is to open this non-profit and create a safe space, a sanctuary for people.
That sounds amazing. It really does.
Let's hope it is. Well, it will be. I don't even need to say
Are
that.
you excited about it?
I am, but I still haven't nailed my speech.
Well, maybe we can help you with your speech, as we've been doing.
Yeah, my speech. I need to get that sorted. But on the one hand, I'm like, I haven't nailed it, and on the other hand, I'm like thinking, I just need to go with it. I just need to feel what comes at the moment,
Yeah.
what feels right, and run with it.
Run with it.
Run with it.
It's been a pleasure having you today in the
Thank
salon.
you. Thank you.
She's been fed, she's been watered,
I have.
she's been really looked after, and hopefully we helped you in your journey today.
You did. You did.
Thank you for coming in today.
My pleasure. Thanks.